And I mean, early on, you were working at RCA. Correct
Yeah.
me if I'm wrong. And essentially, your job back then was to pick good songs, um, right?
Well, I was pitching songs and also promoting other artists like
Right.
Waylon and John Denver and Elvis, of course. He was at the top of the list, my friend. And back then it was Porter and Norma Jean. It wasn't even Porter and Dolly. It wasn't Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton yet.
Yeah.
So I go back a ways. But yeah, I enjoyed the record executive days because I think it kind of prepared me to be an artist. It,
Yeah.
it taught me the inner workings of how record labels are supposed to work with their artists. So I learned a lot.
And I mean, you've got this obvious notoriety for picking great songs as an artist too. So those early days must have really prepared you for that as well, right?
It did. Pitching songs to other artists, you'll pitch a song to an artist, they'll record it, it goes number one, becomes a big hit, and you'll go, I knew that was going to be a
Yeah.
hit. So I don't know. I think if anything, it gives you encouragement to believe in your own ear. And being a song plugger and a record promoter for all those years before being an artist really did kind of set me up to be a singer.
Yeah, and man, I've done a lot of reading about you, and it's you're just such an interesting story. And one of the things I'd love to hear you talk about is again working for RCA. You also started performing shows and stuff like that. And somebody asked you what your name was, and you didn't want to use your name with RCA. So tell us the story of how TG Sheppard came to be in existence.
Well, I got signed by Barry Gordy, believe it or not,
Yeah,
the owner of Motown Records.
yeah,
Michael Jackson and the Supremes and Lionel Richie and all those people. So here I am drawing a paycheck from RCA and then recording for the competition,
yeah,
Motown,
yeah,
because
yeah,
we had records, we were competing. So I thought if they find out that Bill Browder, which was my real name at the time, is TG Sheppard, they're going to fire me.
yeah.
And I need my job. I just had my first baby and my son had just been born. And so I sat down one day and took a pencil and wrote a T and a G. And I always loved the name Shepherd because of the astronaut, but I spelled it different.
Yeah.
And I came up with TG Shepherd and decided to go with that name. So it really and truly was a fluke. I never really thought that I would become a big artist or of my stature that I have rose to, which I still have never taken myself too serious as a star. To me, I don't feel that way.
Mhm.
I'm just a guy got lucky as a singer. But no, I really and truly have been blessed to have picked a name that has stood the test of time. So we've been very fortunate.
And so, what do people call you? They just call you TG or T or what?
Well, around the house, my wife will say, "Hey, you take out the garbage. No, take the dog out."
Yeah,
Uh, no, TG. I still will be walking through an airport sometimes, and I'll hear somebody go, "Bill."
yeah,
Man, I turn around quick because it's got to be somebody from really my way back
right.
in my. But no, I answer to anything. Usually just T or
I
it
can't
doesn't
imagine
matter.
what that's like. Like essentially having a stage name like that. I mean, I guess I can because like everybody calls me Boston, even though my name is
Right,
Chris.
right. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
In radio, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah,
So, but no, I've often wondered what would have happened if I had stayed with my real name, Bill Browder.
yeah.
I don't think that's got a good ring to it.
No, imagine
Nothing
working for
wrong with Bill.
RCA and Motown at the same time, man.
Yeah, gosh. Those were great days, and to get discovered by Barry Gordy, wow,
Yeah,
that was just like being at the right place at the right time. It was magic.